It would make no sense for Megan Thee Stallion to commit to say Torey Lanez shot me if he didn't do it. That could be career suicide for her.
Loving you is like blowing water, baby. You give me the strength through the fire, baby. I'm gonna be your...
What's going on, squad? It's your boy Armon, and we are back with another video. All right, so Torey Lanez has just dropped his album, Daystar, and he is spilling a lot of tea. And it has a lot of people wondering if Megan Thee Stallion actually lied on Torey Lanez and if he really shot her. But before we get into that, I want you to make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel, all right? So let's get into some things. All right, so here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what's going on. You know, I'm just as confused and just as in the dark as you are. However, I do find it a little bit interesting how all this is playing out. Now, I don't know who's telling the truth and who's lying at this point, and I'm going to tell you why. After listening to the album, I listened to it all night while I was asleep, okay? I was letting it play, and I was pulling pieces together and catching different downloads. So after listening to it, what I gathered is this was a situation where they were talking, and they were kind of interested in each other, but it was a secret. So the relationship to me started off as a lie, and it was a big old secret, right? I also feel like Kelsey, which was Megan Thee Stallion's best friend, she may have been interested in Torey Lanez. She may have told Megan Thee Stallion that she was interested in Torey Lanez. I don't think that she ended up sleeping with Torey Lanez or they ended up messing around. However, I think that she expressed interest in Torey, maybe to Meg, but Meg was interested as well, and she was talking to Torey on the low, and she was lying to the friend or just not telling the friend that that was actually going on. Okay, so there's a lie there. Okay, and into the public, we all thought that they were talking and dating, but we weren't really sure. It wasn't supposed to be a public thing. He also says in one of his songs he wasn't even trying to be like her celebrity man. You know what I mean? He wasn't even trying to be in that space with her. So they had been, you know, dating and talking and kind of messing around and sleeping together, you know, for a while. She would come to Miami, he would come to LA. I also feel like they had a connection because both their mothers are deceased. So there was an instant bond there. Plus they're both public figures, celebrities, recording artists. So there was an emotional connection here. And not to mention, both of them like to drink and both of them could be a little bit emotionally unstable. Okay. So then we get into the space of Kylie Jenner. But before we get to the Kylie Jenner space, he talks about how he came to Jordyn Woods' house and how he woke up on the couch and Megan was gone. So even to the public and their friends, their inner circles, I don't think that it was really like publicized that they were fooling around. Like it was kind of like if you knew, you knew, but nobody really knew. It was kind of one of those things between them. So then you get down to Kylie Jenner's house and you got Meg in the pool. You got Kylie in the pool. They're not really public. You know what I'm saying? So Torey Lanez is kind of, now at this point, he's doing him because they're not technically in a relationship. This is just my thoughts. This is how I'm putting it together. They're not technically in a relationship. However, they're dealing and they're drinking, they're smashing, they're doing all this stuff. You know what I mean? And they've been pretty much dating. However, he's seen Kylie Jenner in that pool. She had the clappers out. Meg had the clappers out. And Megan got in her feelings because Torey Lanez was feeling Kylie Jenner. Megan Thee Stallion gets out the pool. She's going off because he's flirting with Kylie. She's probably so drunk because we know Megan Thee Stallion gets drunk. So we cannot act like Megan Thee Stallion does not get drunk. Megan Thee Stallion gets drunk. She probably goes off on Kylie and she goes off on Torey. So that's where the unfollow from Kylie Jenner happens in my mind because she felt probably like Kylie was entertaining Torey and Torey was entertaining Kylie and they was doing that. And so Megan left and was feeling some type of way. So she's drunk and high. He's drunk and high. They ended up getting in the car. They arguing about whatever is going on. And then boom, Kelsey finds out that Megan and Torey have been dealing the whole time. Because if you remember, Megan said that Kelsey was in the back seat with Torey. But why would, and I remember I said this, I said, well, why would my nigga be in the back seat with my best friend? Well, if your best friend expressed interest in Torey and you're trying to keep it a secret as if you and Torey are not dating or fooling around, you're probably going to sit in the front and let your best friend sit in the back. However, you know that you and Torey are low-key smashing. So I feel like this is the first time that Kelsey found out really what was going on, or like, even though she could have had like an idea, I feel like at this moment she knew, like, wait a minute, girl, so you've been smashing Torey this whole time? And so she probably got mad and they was arguing. Meanwhile, Megan and Torey is arguing over Kylie, and Torey's being in Kylie face, but the best friend like, girl, I thought you knew I liked Torey, but you done took the nigga from me. So the whole car is going off. But this is where it gets fuzzy for me in my mind. The gunshot. So Megan gets out the car. She's frustrated. She can't take the heat. She's feeling some type of way that Torey wanted Kylie. Then her best friend's probably charging her up. Like, girl, you fake as F. You know what I'm saying? You knew I liked him. Why would you do that? And then the gunshot. But see, this is when it gets tricky. Because at first it was reported that she stepped on glass. Then it was reported that she got shot in both feet. She said she got shot in both feet, but we only seen one foot that was technically injured. And now Torey is basically saying she's a liar. I didn't shoot her. And how would she know if I shot her if she was walking away? She doesn't know who shot her. But he's saying that that the label pretty much, and the execs in the industry stuff, they want him to take the rap. Now here's the thing. Here's the theory that I'm thinking. Like, I don't know if this is true, and I just don't understand why he would have to shoot her. So either two, they could have been Tesla in the car and it could have been a gunshot. However, if she was in the front seat and he was in the back, I don't know how that could have happened. But then perhaps she doesn't know how she got shot, but it was a better idea for her to say, let's just put it on Torey. You just got to go with it. We're going to commit that it was Torey. You got to stick to it. You technically don't. I'm not sure if Megan Thee Stallion really knows who shot her. Because the biggest missing piece, neither one of them are saying it. Torey is not saying who shot her. If he didn't do it, who did? Kelsey's saying that she didn't do it. So if she didn't do it and the security guard didn't do it, and Torey didn't do it, who did it? So that's one piece. But then Megan is not talking about what led up to the fight or the gunshot. We never got what led up to it. She just said that she just got shot. She never led up to the fact that she felt some type of way about Kylie Jenner. She stormed off, going off. And then she never talked about the fact that she was hiding the fact that she was dating Torey Lanez to her BFF, which caused the whole car to be arguing. Because tea was starting to get spilt. And people were starting to figure, pieces were starting to be pulled together. But we need to understand where the gun came in from. And I think that's the blurry piece for me. So a lot of people are not trusting Meg because they're saying that her story is not adding up. But if you ask me, Torey Lanez's story is not adding up either, because it's a lot of confusion there. Because Torey Lanez is doing a whole lot of, I thought you was my girl. You was kind of, you letting them people set me up, but I want you back. So it's a lot of mixed, confused emotions. And then it's a lot of him being frustrated with Kalani's and Dream Dolls and rappers and JoJo. And he's mad at a lot of industry people. So he's going off. So it's not really clear. I'm confused because it would make no sense for Megan Thee Stallion to commit to say Torey Lanez shot me if he didn't do it. That could be career suicide for her. However, it could be career suicide for this man to literally make a full album and say, she's a liar. I didn't shoot her. This is why I'm free. This is why I'm out. I did not shoot her. Somebody's lying, or somebody doesn't know exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? So there's a possibility that Meg doesn't even know who technically shot her. And I think that could be very interesting, and that could be very detrimental if it comes out that Torey did not shoot her. So I'm honestly confused. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I don't know what to believe. I don't know who to think, but I think that my theory is kind of right. I think that the whole relationship started off as a big old lie. So it's really kind of hard to trust or believe any of them. And we know Meg was lying. I'm not flipping on Meg, don't get it twisted, but I'm just saying we know Meg had been lying from the beginning. It was a big old secret, but they was in their feelings. The drugs and the alcohol, the liquor gets involved, people start lashing out. Then it spills over into the car with the friend. So then the friend has to find out that her BFF that she trusted to tell her that she was interested in a guy ended up swooping the guy behind her back. So then that's probably why they're not really cool. But Torey Lanez, he did admit that he did something wrong that night. And what he did wrong was entertaining or flirting with or just being fast with those girls, and Megan got jealous, period. Megan got jealous, and that's what kicked off the BS. Now, what happened with the gun is confusing, and why she's putting it on him, I don't know. People say it's clout. I don't understand what she would need clout for. Why would you need clout? Why would you need clout if you got a #1 record with Beyonce? Then you are going to have a guaranteed #1 record with Cardi B in a couple of months or a couple of weeks. Megan doesn't need clout at this point. So I don't think it was that. Perhaps it could have been, did she shoot herself on accident? Or was it a situation of, you know, you or him, throw it on him? But there's other people around. There's the security guard. There's Kelsey. So somebody's going to end up talking. But for a while, remember, nobody was cooperating with the police. Everybody was being quiet. And the way that this is happening is like they all know more than what they're leading. So to me, I feel like all of them are in the wrong to a certain degree. And they all know that this is some BS. I don't feel like this was a purposeful bang, bang. I feel like this was some accidental or some really drunk stuff. Oh, and I also want to bring up to the attention that there was a text that got leaked out about Torey Lanez saying, you know what, I'm really, really sorry. I was just so super drunk that night. And see, prior to his album coming out, we thought, you know, it could have been like, okay, so he's saying that he was drunk, that he shot her. No, I'm thinking now that he's justifying being really, really drunk. No, I'm thinking now he's justifying the fact that he was flirting with Kylie Jenner with being really, really drunk. So I think that's where the apology came from. However, it came out to the public like the apology was for the shooting, when really the apology was for sitting in Kylie Jenner's face. But see, Meg, where she messed up is she came on here and was like, Torey Lanez shot me. But she didn't say what happened or what led up to it. And so now this is why people feel like she's lying or she's not telling the full truth, because you cannot come up on a platform and be like, the nigga shot me, and not tell what happened or what led up to it. Because that's almost like, okay, well, what happened? What did he do? What did you do? What would make a person shoot you? So there's a piece of this in the story where she's at fault and she's not taking accountability for some of this. And I still don't think that she's justified in being shot, but I feel like it's a lot more to the story. And I'm not too sure that she knows if she was shot by him 100%, because that would be a very bold move for her to say she was shot, and then for him to be like, nigga, no, I never shot you. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how this thing unfolds. People are coming out left and right. Meg's friends are coming out saying you did it. Some of Torey's people are saying that Meg's been lying. Kelsey still hasn't said anything. She really needs to be the one to speak out. But I think that she's still trying to maintain a loyalty with Meg. So I'm just not really sure what happened. I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Megan Thee Stallion lied? Did she lie on Torey Lanez? What do you think is going to come of this? Does my theory make sense? Do you feel like, you know, Megan Thee Stallion got super turned up once she found out Kylie Jenner Torey was flirting with Kylie, and then the best friend, well, they're arguing in the car, then the best friend finds out that Meg and Torey are fooling around, so then she gets mad. So then there's a combustion of arguments in the car, and then somehow it leads to Megan Thee Stallion getting shot, or does it? Because remember, it was glass first, then it was a bullet in 2 feet, but then it went to 1. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll be interested in hearing. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.